I've seen a lot going on the social media, but I've never reacted to it. Why? Social media did not send me. God sent me. And whatever I'm doing for God, not for social media. They are talking about glorious wave, selling, whatever. And so if you see somebody come on social media calling that person or whatever a co-founder, there's no co-founder in glorious wave.
I was going to tell Auntie, it's been about a week or two, and the rumors started also for Badu Kobi sorry. In fact, also for name no mama kasai, but ne wabema reaction be, but the reaction no isn't necessarily addressing the sale of the church. But then it comes with a bit of a legal threat and then a disclaimer. Because also for Badu Kobi chuma, as we been in a sorry dano what I say. And was here managing class will be a new co-founder was already. In fact, during all these rumors now aircon, we've never heard somebody publicly claiming say or your co-founder of the church. But then the news out there, speculation say by one Osofobia was the former junior pastor of Osofo Beduko the dean you show me Osofo Bright Gold. Or no NHS say he's the first person of Bible until we break his story no. And say Osofo Beduko for some reasons sorry dying. And then later on he came up with more details. In fact, the second details not the buy and when a man for starting out suspicion, he said, I said this whole sorry thing no, scripted, fake. And according to people analyze it from a different angle, nature say, I say, yeah, the story way from him to kind of blackmail and then cash out from the NDC because as almost share near man who say or suffer the could be a NDC or buy as NDC for a nama. And that's what people age or no. Yetimission aside, nanke de peka kramano. In fact, this is what I'm for analyzing or suffer now. Or no so no suffer Bedu could be a human. Our beckons and seven. I'm for your analysis, kikan in the omu eguno. Because it wouldn't make sense how a junior pastor Beba Montia be breaking story be like this. Now so I put two details because we side videos now you can hear yamona. Also for nature say it has everything to do with some Akwanchiri also for Bedu could be during the 2024 election or Mukoyema across the 276 constituencies. And then what said that Akwanchiri Omu Sika close to $2 million. Also for Ketwane chairs also for Bedu could be even Tonton the Japadi Bikra can win a son that $2 million now or the Koya Akwanchiri. Now Obisa also for Bedu could be then time say Akwanchena wo ya boss aka ni nyina no what does he stand to gain edian wo hwehwe and how does he intend to pay sika na akobo boss abese na free businesses no emo say osofu Badu Kobi ka kire ne say NDC for we ni na omoba abenmu definitely or expect say obenya government contract and then or the MBT say sika na akobo but I say aban ne buy no for ye go 2 years mo ni men kan sa Omunti MP NDC for the contract na ni da so ni nyina no enko and so as a kana okobo ye e de koya akwanchire $2 million na ya ye ne ka and so Osofo Badu Kobi intend wants to sell the church to pay off the debt of which the junior pastor Nesena on he had to come out and then break the news say Osofo Badu Kobi sorry and this is the reason why autumn so Osofo no be breaking news no in fact per the meeting he wasn't really challenging and answer or PBB or anything to do with co-founding. But Vivian also for Badu Kobi. In fact, Emma during church service, but then I said to me a story anymore. Vivian also for Badu Kobi about no. The reaction, any the news out there, a head and tell you because he didn't really address the sale of the church. And we go at the right time, so who directing now or become however, or that news now Bontino. There is another story also with me address it first, and which is the news say who be now from him so will be any co-founder of Glorious Wave Church now e wo sakomo no. And no person what say asori what you two just say obi a any ni chefa. Ono an the leader of the church, ono an nyame eso ne daye and was sorry babete na asori obi a co-founder. And that's obi also claim say or you co-founder of the church obi si ni pakro. In fact, the sale of the church
let me say this before we pray for Ghana. I've seen a lot going on the social media, but I've never reacted to it. Why? Social media did not send me. God sent me. And whatever I'm doing for God, not for social media. My judgment is from above, not from men. So, when God has not told me to respond to a matter, I don't talk. Because it is His word you speak, not your word. They are talking about glorious wave, selling, whatever. I'm never reacting. We have heard this. I'm never reacting. And so I've not reacted till date. And so if you see somebody come on social media calling the person or whatever a co-founder, there's no co-founder in Glorious Wave. This I'm saying, it will go everywhere. There's no co-founder in Glorious Wave. Glorious Wave, the vision was given to me. And then if there are people, because every vision must operate on earth, there must be document. So you need somebody to aid you, but the owner is Jesus. So there's no co-founder. I'm not even the founder. I am the leader. Founder cannot die. The one who founded the earth, is he alive or dead? Alive. So founder cannot die. So if you're a founder, you must live. So I am not a founder for anybody to be co-founder. So if you check on the social media and that what is happening that we have not reacted as a church, and anybody says, the person says he's a co-founder, soon we'll let the Lord take his course. I have not reacted. Nobody has reacted. I am not reacting today. All I'm doing is that the time to react will come, but there's some records must be set straight. Since myself and the secretary of the church board has not reacted, nobody must go out there and say, I'm co-founder, so we disassociated. Nobody has said anything. And anybody who says it, the Lord will take his course. So we are presenting this as disclaimer. We have not answered anybody concerning anything on the social media. When the time comes, he will answer. And so you hear some people, they come, Badu Kobi this, Badu Kobi that. I don't care. I've known all of them. And there are some people, we are putting some information down at the right time. We will let the Lord take his course. So listen to me. Bloggers. Nobody has been authorized. Because if you check the statement yesterday on the social media, first is I, later is we. Who are the we? And who is the I? Myself. There's no meeting we have had to say, let's disassociate. Nowhere. So anybody who has written that we, the person must answer. The time of nonsense is over. Most have said, somebody has spoken. Now after the person has spoken, has Badu Kobi spoken? No. Has G-Wave issued anything? No. So you leave us when we have to talk, we'll talk. Then you hear a statement on the social media, and we are going to deal with matters of status. What is on the status going around? What is on the social media handle? What are they saying? We will deal with it. That we disassociate. We. Who are the we? If you are bold, say I. And surely, within a day or two, the Lord will take his course. So right time, whatever is on the social media they are talking about, concerning Badu Kobi, concerning Glorious Wave Church building, all those things, I will come and react. God bless all of you.
John Puma was there. That day you gave me 50 million. Prophet Badu Kobi, you celebrated your birthday this Sunday. Who celebrate your birthday Sunday with? Tell me NDC penny bako about was already go. Now the ama wire hot papa NDC bar power na wire hot. Tell them the truth. It's because NDC came to power. That is why you are hot. And I'm about to reveal the secret. And Prophet Badu Kobi, you called me, if you remember. So referee America. Who can say me referee? Oh, friend, me now catch them. Say about one in my thing. Now President Mama, oh, bumpy with direction. And now catch them. Say. Said you know my dino. So why ne BB MPP will come to power. No more power. Said you know how no they will keep on in bright. I'm all papa my vote. I was there. Let me tell you everything that has happened. And Prophet Badu Kobi, you called me again. That you want to see me. You don't want to share the secret with anybody. You want to share the secret with me because I've been loyal to you. Because oh, person out. And I will say. You have to go to all the 276 constituency all over Ghana to do direction for NDC for them to get majority in parliament. Say yes, sir. MPP about is it 15 years ago we went to Kumasi and you did the direction at Kumasi. Saukaya. Then he mentioned a man's name. The man is a big man in Ghana. You said the same. Then I said, Papa, so how much do you need? Do you remember the amount you mentioned? You said you need $1.5 million. Say people 1.2, but Sikaga would hear $2 million. Mama did one. And Mama be boyfriend. Dear Radia Boamini. And yes, Uncle said the air to Prophet Kobino, Kakakira to make a Bishop Kineville, also by Tom was on the Albano. Prophet Kobi, you are $1 million that and the other names of Muska. He couldn't sacrifice for the political party. And what made me know constituency no meaning Kobi, but me Jane constituency. And then I asked you, Prophet Badu Kobi, first question I asked you, how are you going to pay? Let me say, obey then obey. Oh, what then? President Mama wouldn't say that a buy a day and miss me contract. Magic contract it here. Even okay, say Papa na me de o call on say. Even Papa dem say magic contract. Even Papa say introduce no. So the ama regina menya mitire didim say Papa na ka me de be call on. Na Papa ni mi Ghana.
News a Osofo Badu Kobi HM say eko on social media wetimi aba be na adwen aso say asore no. Auto and pampa na say on de also nyanka ho asem obeka at the right time. Now this goes on to kind of give credence to omo gidi sa den your settings no, because I say this video also from the your friends also from the Badu aba be no ya to munchine say ya create BB, and I say I feel like the attention is dying, and so he had to come up with another thing because this is him kind of fueling a beef. It technically doesn't exist, but Kwaku yes as one will be and also be na etwa asore ne hunti now oba be clear na adwen was a whole and a whole lot, because this news and I said this video the abano any the story so oton na asore dan to me Obra opposite head and matches are. And I think say me yaje wo mo gie this are any settings scripted and yaye to court attention for himself, and eventually Ebia NDC for no so omo a omo bebe no ma boa na ebia ne se contract no se sika no mre ma no why, because I feel like he's kind of trying to fuel a beef with Obia Yenim, because the news about one thing it has nothing to do with the co-founder be any issues with asore ni say be Obi na any share ownership and Obi no battle ownership of the church. And you've been about until they breaking say or transfer no for this reason, and the reason is that or the security boy NDC for ena emfaso nya ma na so nya nte wo mon kan of person transfer you could tiaka. So we expect to say bia and Kobi address that angle, but he is addressing a technically non-existent beef. I watch him say Obi enemy pre asori no ownership so Obi a co-founder of the church. And that's a nipa ko anhwe you Obi si nipa no. So ono release disclaimer say ono Obi a ncha asori dan no. Nyame pe no ne no e ya asori dan no. Until there is no co-founder. Meanwhile, pay news are me mateno. There is nothing to do with co-founder seven. But this is also for baby could be baby or feel say so reacting seven no ever. So if your mind is to just present, now say watch the watch me di edisi ke hi Phoenix Media na first time not subscribe to channel. You go so the echi. As I when you be update no, you betimi so Emma wason at because we are threatening legal suit to so you be follow up. Say who say indeed as some court baby a then you betimi who where the co-founder issue no if free air banana so you betimi e dey ato w'anim. So yeah, subscribe to the channel now. If you comment section, let me answer what we say. A story be drop here. Ubenya update. Hi Phoenix. Me now say.